But I know.
Greetings.
Oh, yes, I know.
WorldJamGlobal.com.
I'd never
Things in time deal
make
with you.
that same mistake.
So before I say with manners, greetings to the World Jam Management, engineers, technician, and presenters. Things and times we're there with you. This evening we are called this show a Concrete Jungle. We want to continue looking at social science. We also want to look at the disturbing elements in our communities, surrounding communities in the UK, i.e. the death, the continual death of our children, and big up some people them who's doing some marvelous work. So we'll do that little more, and we'll run 2 documentaries, 2 programs in relation, one in relation to the crime and one in relation to social science, and where we are go right there with that in relation to the reflection program and how we are try use this platform to stimulate the minds of our people to rise up and do that which we are capable of doing. Now that resources have been withdrawn, and the only resource that we should have had, and we do have, and we always will have, is ourselves. And it's fundamentally to be understood. It's fundamentally to be understood and not to be misrepresented. Because talk is cheap. Action is the solution to every issue. Every issue. In the families, is how we present ourselves. In society, it's but the same, even though there's so many elements that have been against us and are still against us, but yet still our parents have set the stage, and we are representing that. And we must never forget that still. We have been through many tyrannies, many hurricanes, many storms, many traumas, and we're still there. And we are look for to repatriate. We've been doing that from time. But many of us are still here. So while we are here in the UK, we have to set the bars them so high for ourselves that we just do not continue to survive. Mr. Best, we're there with you. World Jam Global.
Looking back over my life, I can see where I caused you strife. But I know, oh yes I know, I'd never make that same mistake again. Looking back over my deeds, I can see signs a wise man heeds. And if I just had had the chance, I'd never make that same mistake again. Once my cup was overflowing, but I gave nothing in return. Now I can't begin to tell you what a lesson I have learned looking back over the slate. I can see love turn to hate, but I know, oh yes I know, I'd never make that same mistake again.
Where I give you certain things because it's not time. I run with time.
Our day will come and we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so, and you love me. Our day will come if we just wait a while. No tears for us. Think love and wear a smile. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come. Our day.
Yes. We want to go straight into the documentary about our youth on the streets and some of the things that are happening to them. So this evening we'll get a part of it, and then Friday we finish it because it's quite long.
Gang culture and the violence that surrounds it is gripping the streets of London.
I was born for this again. Big guns and everything.
And the young people caught up in it are the collateral damage in this dangerous world.
I love my life.
The gang's voices are always stronger because that's what washes your brain out.
During the course of filming, contributors to this series have been sent to jail for knife possession, shot, and stabbed to death.
This isn't a normal life for a teenager.
I'm fretting about my grandkids. I do not want to get that phone call.
In the same period, 90 teenagers were stabbed in the capital. 17 of them lost their lives as a result.
I'm 16 and I've seen 6 people get stabbed and killed.
And the resulting death and loss is destroying families.
They did come to kill my son. Oh, Jesus. He's not coming back.
The sway of gang culture is having a dangerous and devastating effect on the young and impressionable.
All it takes is that one wrong move for you to be dragged into a whole new world that you don't want to be involved in.
And with more and more vulnerable young people falling into the web of this violent culture,
I could die any day now.
Where is the system? You got to stop these gangs.
growing up in Britain has never been more dangerous.
Yeah, now you got the flicky. Fam, I will mash work with that flicky, you know.
I'll be there on that bright and cloudless morning when the dead in ash shall rise and the glory of His resurrection shine.
On September 3rd, 2015, Shaquan Fearon was tragically stabbed to death in Brockley, South London, 6 weeks before his 18th birthday.
No more premature death. Amen. No more early death.
Shaquan was not in a gang and had a bright future ahead of him. But the all-pervasive gang culture that has young people carrying and using knives made him yet another young victim of the lifestyle.
At the funeral, it's like I was literally speaking to him and he was just speaking to me.
One day we'll all meet you with laughter, with joy.
When it was going down, he's saying to me, Mom, this is it. Let go. I'm going. Saying to me, Mom, let go. It's like he was saying, let it go. I'm gone. My son. My son.
Shaquan, rest in peace. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Such a good child. From you to lose a good child. It's really hard. Really, really hard.
This part of southeast London is particularly afflicted by young street gangs, with 16 of them said to be active across the borough of Lewisham. Shaquan was on his way to this youth club when he was killed.
You would have thought, like seeing someone like you always see, like, and you don't see no more. It's just weird.
Shaquan's old school friend Cairo was with him minutes before he was killed. His decision to head to a music studio instead of the local youth club with Shaquan still troubles him.
Yeah, around there is where he died, innit? Like, this is where they had the little fight and brawl out, and this is where he got stabbed. Stabbed for no reason.
Shaquan's mother Sharon works just a few hundred meters away. She rushed over to his side as he lay dying.
It was so bad. It wasn't a nice thing to saw him on the floor with so much blood. When I seen his eyes going over, that's when I start to scream. I know my son hear me when I cried out. That cry will never go in vain.
The boys accused of murdering Shaquan, who were 15 and 16 years old at the time, were known locally for carrying knives. Even Cairo had a run-in with them.
I had my own little problems with them, innit? had my own little madnesses I've had with them. It would have been different if, like, I never went to studio that day. If I came up there, it probably wouldn't have happened, innit? Because I would obviously told the youths, no, that can't run, innit? Or I don't know, it could have been me getting stabbed. I don't know, man.
In 2015, there were 81 incidents of knife crime involving young people in the borough of Lewisham alone. Gang culture is having a very real and increasingly dangerous effect on the community.
Well, I'm 16 and I've seen 6 people get stabbed and killed. I don't know how to feel sometimes, like, it's too normal. I've lived it for my whole life. It's all I've seen since I've grown up. You know, I could have just been living a normal life of a teenager. But then again, this is normal life of a teenager.
To gain further insight into this culture and its harsh realities, a current London gang member shared with us why he believes in the need to carry a knife.
I love my knife. It's like that. Because if I'm lacking out right now, then I could get run off on. They have their knife on them, I get fucked up. I've seen death coming towards me, and I've been smart about it. I've moved away from the car. Like they say, you only got one life, so let's be using that wisely. If you're on these roads, then obviously you can't be scared. People that are beefing, if you're scared when they come towards you, then what are you going to do? You're just going to be sitting there fried. Then you're getting caught up, not down. But these roads are mad.
It's been months since Shaquan Fearon was murdered, and his mother Sharon still has her own memorial to him in his room. She wants to keep his presence close to her at all times.
So this is Shaquan room. This is Shaq. Like a room. So this is my temple. This is where I come and pray. It just surprised me, myself, to know that my son is gone. And I'm standing here, think my son is coming back. And he's not coming back. Oh, Jesus. Why? Oh, God. It just happened just like that.
Knife crime is becoming normalized and a gateway for young people to enter into gangs, ruining lives across the capital. With teenagers thought to be one of the biggest groups responsible for an estimated 130,000 knife attacks in London over the past 5 years. These street gangs are spreading fear in their communities.
When you see the parents crying for their son because their son's dead, you sit down and think about, if I died, look what my mum, I'll be making my mum cry like this. It's like, and because I've been in so many situations where I've nearly got stabbed and like my mum's keeps like, she's scared because it keeps on getting to a point, and she said the next time it happens, she just knows I'm going to get stabbed and something bad's going to happen.
Mom, you're just talking and boy.
Cairo lives with his mother Shireen, and at 16 years old has seen 6 of his friends stabbed and killed.
I've always thought about a normal life of a 16-year-old, but I've never seen it because most of all of my friends live the same life as me. This is normal for us. I've grown up knowing like my life is to deal with what I have to deal with.
Light skin girl trying to rinse me.
Free.
I son, can you call me Wimpy?
Remarkably, Kyra knows a further 9 people who have survived stabbings. Gang culture and the resulting knife crime has him and his friends fearing for their lives.
It makes a person not want to be outside no more, don't want to do stuff anymore. Like
places I go, could be my house or be at my girl's house, you know, you just have those little places where you go to keep yourself out of certain places so there's more but lesser chance of you getting stabbed or killed. There's even like on your way going to studio, you could have something happen. On your way going to my girl's house, there's something happen.
And there's areas where they can't go. What do you mean you can't go there? Nah, not going there, it's alright. They don't want to go there. Maybe there's people there that don't like them because of the area they come from. So there's certain areas, no, he won't go to.
Shireen is aware of how difficult it is for her son, but struggles to come to terms with just how commonplace a violent death has become for his generation.
How much people do we know that's died?
Yeah, there was Neef. There's Nathan, there's Shaq, there's Muhammad, Jamal that died. I'm trying to remember, there's a couple more people that I know. Yeah.
That's way too much. No, not in my lifetime. I've been of that age and people just dropping dead around me.
You have to wonder who's gonna die next. You have to look at each other and say, you're wrong, man.
It doesn't matter if you're nice or not these days. Just everybody just trying to, if anytime there's a fight, no one doesn't know to just use their hand. Everybody wants to always do the coward thing.
No, but it's because you know that someone else is gonna have it. It's like you have to. It's not even a thing that you can say yes or no to. It's like you have to be about that life, or you're just gonna get bullied.
Mum.
Move, man, and don't.
It's locked.
But Shireen is also aware that given the increasing danger on the streets, young people are taking drastic measures to protect themselves.
I'm not naive to what's going on out there. I know what these boys do. I know. I'm a person, no, I check my knives in my drawer. Like, some people don't. If you ask them, they don't know how many knives or what's gone missing. I know what's missing. Ask Cairo. But go in the drawer, see something missing, I'm calling his name. Where's the knife?
Shireen is trying desperately to keep Kyra away from gangs and knives.
I don't know. I just act like I'm the detective in my house. I always just go around looking, searching. To me, if I feel like something don't feel right, I will go in your room. I will turn it upside down and look for everyone what I need to look for. I know every hole, every corner in my house where you think you might hide it. I know it.
Mothers like Shireen are rare in understanding how street life, gangs and violence work. But she is desperate it does not impact on her son.
All it takes is that one wrong decision, that one wrong move. That's all it takes for you to be dragged into a whole new world that you don't want to be involved in, or you never thought you'd be involved in. Nowadays, kids are getting involved because they're becoming someone's younger. Like, I could see someone out there and say, "Oh, you can become my younger and do all my running around for me," and that's how people are getting involved. So that way, if a man can't get me, he sees my younger, he's gonna stab up my younger.
After Shaquan's violent death, Sharon finally faced the teenagers accused of murdering her son.
You see both of them?
Yeah.
How did they look?
Them come out like really cocky. It's like they was laughing. It's like they come in like they're a bully. You could see. You could see it on them, they are troublemaker. I really feel like I didn't want to just look in their face and ask them why, what for, why. When I look at them to see these two boys, yeah, two child. When I look at them properly, as a mom, if I feel so bad to know that two child charged for murder and just coming out like it's a fun, like it's a joke.
What was their plea though?
Not guilty.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Do you know what though, that probably works out better because they'll both get murder and attempted murder then. If one of them said guilty and one said not guilty, then the charge will stick on both of them. But now they've both gone guilty, not guilty, they handed themselves in.
They will pay for it. They have to go down.
Prior to Shaquan's death, having already known multiple friends murdered, and afraid of being targeted by gangs himself, Cairo made a fateful choice to no longer live like a victim in his own neighborhood.
I got caught with a knife, but as they say, a sharp point article blade. They never caught it on me. They caught it like down the road, but I knew it was mine and it had my fingerprints on it, so there was no lying. Then I got caught again, like 2 months later with the same thing.
At the age of 14, Cairo was given a 12-month supervision order for carrying a knife.
At that moment in my life, I was getting threatened and all of those things there, so I was like, yo, I have to have this because any moment in my life, someone could try to kill me.
Cairo was also influenced to carry a knife as a means of protection by the older boys in the community who were on the fringes of gang life.
The way they made it seem like it was the right thing to do, they never ever said to us, like, yo, you shouldn't do this, this is not good, you will go get arrested, go to jail. They never told us that. They just made it seem like this life was decree and everything was going great for them.
With the added fear and pressure of older voices, some vulnerable young people are all too easily inducted into the world of gangs.
Some people just want to be part of something and then you just step into it. You don't know where it's going to take you. I stepped into it by accident and it took me places I didn't want to go, and then it's a test of character as well. Some people get caught up in the wrong life and then it don't end well for them.
A test of character that former gang member Geordie knows all too well. As a member of the Woolwich Boys gang, he set up a drugs network selling heroin and crack cocaine in London and Hampshire. Before his empire came crashing down, his lifestyle brought him both money and respect.
I thought I was going to get 2,200 every day until I die.
A year after the fall of his drug operation, the police finally brought charges against Geordie in 2015 for intent to supply Class A drugs, though he thought he might still beat the rap.
Trying to threaten me that I'm possibly looking at 2 to 4 years and all that. I don't want to be hearing that. I'm sure I'm going to bust it. I'm sure I'm going to bust it. But yeah, man, it's not looking healthy, innit?
For almost a decade, Geordie enjoyed the proceeds of his criminal exploits, but the reality of his lifestyle has finally caught up with him.
I do regret it though, about shutting to the people, selling death, because I started realizing that all these things are killing people.
The stakes have been raised, and Geordie now has to face charges at Crown Court.
Yeah, I've just pleaded guilty to 2 counts of possession with intent. So yeah, basically I'm looking at jail, innit? No matter what I say it is, I'm looking at jail. That's what it is, innit?
He now faces the prospect of a serious jail term for his years of gang activity. It's a path that was determined by the choices he made as an impressionable teenager.
The voices of the gangs are always stronger than the family's voices, because if the gang's voices wasn't stronger, half of the things that your family were telling you, you would listen. But the gang's voices are always stronger because that's what washes your brain out. They wash your brain with lies and this and that, and that's what it's supposed to do, because that's their job.
In the borough of Lewisham, New Cross, known as Ghetto to some young locals, is one of the toughest neighborhoods in London and has a long history of gang-related problems.
She said she wanna flex with somebody, you said she wanna flex with me. She said she wanna flex with some road man, said she wanna flex with me.
She wanna flex.
She said she wanna flex with somebody, you said she wanna flex with me.
Today, for many young people regrettably caught up in the slipstream of the culture, music plays a pivotal role in them finding a way to escape its pull.
Road man said she wanna flex with me. She said she wanna flex with somebody, you said she wanna flex with me. She said she wanna flex with some road man, said she wanna flex with me.
Music is my life, and that's how it's always gonna be. Music is a thing that will calm me down and get me hyped. Music is an emotional thing. It can bring you to certain places. Music can bring you around the world. When you start hanging with people that are doing good and see them going far places, you're like, wow, man, I want to be a part of this. I want to be part of the change.
Cairo is part of a music collective called PHSB, along with one of his best friends, Myron, also known as M.
Road, she throws a tantrum. All a girl wanna do is just FaceTime. I'm sorry, B, I got Sam.
For Cairo and Myron, this studio has represented a safe haven for them and others in an area unfortunately renowned for gang-related violence and local beefs.
Anybody violate you on the road, just call me and I will come to you and let him have one.
When did I say that? I said anybody.
You said many.
Body, let me solo it.
No.
You flopped.
Many.
All a girl wanna do is just FaceTime. I'm sorry, B, I got Samsung. Anybody.
Let me do it again.
Many body.
Let me do it again.
Many body wanna.
No, you're playing, man. Shut up, man. She said I'm too road, but I'm handsome.
As expected from two teenagers, the boys are immersed in the fun of future dreams and their hopes of becoming music stars.
I'm sorry, B, I got Samsung. Anybody fam, I keep saying it now because you said that.
However, the presence of gangs outside of the four walls of this studio still pose a clear and present danger to the lives of young people like Cairo.
To the people that are dying around you, it's getting too close, so you fear that it's going to be you next. Or someone like one of my best friends, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do if like one of my guys died, like, probably flip out, go crazy.
I messed up a couple, but like, let me go again.
It's the first day of the murder trial for the two teenagers accused of killing Shaquan Fearon. For the first time, Sharon heard explicit details of how her son Shaquan was killed.
Did you see the knife?
Yep.
But when we're coming out, it was on the desk.
Okay, maybe throw you up to the front more.
That's how I get to see it, and that was horrible when I see the glimpse the knife and see the knife pen. Oh my God. I've looked at the knife and I've cried. And I've said, why? When I saw that knife and I was telling myself, why is it I'm shaking? My body was just literally shaking, and I'm trying to calm myself and I just imagining the knife going inside my son. For a child to be carrying a knife like that, oh, that's just like a gun.
For teenagers in this environment, carrying a knife is deemed essential, but it's governed by a code of silence and secrets.
Your kid could be in the house all smiling and joking. When he leaves the house, it's a completely different thing. So, and that's a lot of people. That used to be me. When I'm in the house, my mum never knew what I was up to. My dad never knew what I was up to. I was just a perfect child in the house. But as soon as I left, all my mates and that going to like parties at 2, 3 in the morning, all of that stuff. You're stabbing people there, here, all over the place. Going back home, eating Sunday dinner and all of that. No one knew any different, and that's how it is.
Duro Oye used to be in a gang. He's now a leading mentor who helps active gang members reassess their lives. Despite a legal case looming, Jordy is trying to turn his life around and step away from his checkered past.
Where do you think you're at in terms of like your transition from roadman to a real man, so to speak?
I'm a better man now. I don't do them things no more.
I think definitely you come a long way since obviously all of that has happened. You're still on that journey of change. So there are certain people that you can't have around you, and that's just the honest truth.
The only person that's made a significant change in my life would probably be, I think, like Juro.
Juro inspires change by helping gang members to get legitimate jobs and set up their own businesses.
The reason why I stopped, I was thinking, Rod, do I want to get nicked again? Do I want to keep getting that? Like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm trying to be someone, I'm trying to be different. I want to be different. I want to make an impact. I want to do a lot of things in life.
But he will speak of what he hears and will tell you of things to come. He will give me glory because he will take what
With these new influences in his life, Jordy feels he's now on the right path, as he knows that escaping gang life often boils down to 2 choices.
You need to choose what you want to do. That's what I'm saying to you. It's jail or dead, innit? It is what it is. That's the roads. That's what it is. That's what's gonna happen.
Despite his efforts to make a change, his lifestyle and choices eventually caught up with him, as Jordy was sentenced and sent to prison for just over 2.5 years for intent to supply Class A drugs.
The reason why I don't regret it, living that gang lifestyle, is because I want to show people that it wasn't worth it. I survived it. And now this is my time to tell everyone, this ain't worth it. I feel like I've got a message and a story to tell now, to stop other people going in there. I can say so many lives from just my story.
Jordy had the support to transition away from being in a gang. But for the majority leaving the lifestyle behind, it's not as simple and straightforward.
It's not that easy for everyone to say you can just get up and leave. You can't drop everyone you know. Anywhere I go, everywhere I know somebody. And all that I constantly think of is, have I done something to that person? I've seen a few of my friends try leave this life or go do their music or whatever. Like, they think they're safe. 2-2s now, they come back to London, come back to wherever. And that's just it. They're just dead.
In Brockley, despite the harrowing experience of having to sit through the trial of her son's murder, normal life has had to continue for Sharon.
What time are you coming? I think it's 8. Alright.
Sharon and others in the community are desperately trying to understand what can be done to stop the serious gang-inspired violence that is cutting these young lives short.
I'm fretting about my grandkids. I do not want to get that phone call that, oh, come quick, your grands. I don't want that. And you're wondering who is next.
I'm just wondering, why is it so much weapon going into school? So there is no rules. It seems like the school them just let the kids, everybody just get on with what's happening. So this is what's happening now. It's too much open. The net is open, so the kids them do what they want to do.
Something needs to be done.
It's like kids is growing on their own.
The fear and frustration that mothers like Sharon feel stem from the acceptance and prevalence of knife use in the community.
The gang is going on, but the system is not doing anything to stop this. Come on, you know gang is here. You need to sit out here to see when the gang them come out in the daytime, summer, especially in the summertime, to see in areas where you know it's going on like that. You need to come out and to see where the root is and then try to pull it down. Where is the system? Where is the system? You got to stop these gangs.
It's sad, sad, sad.
Things in time. World Jam Global. We are going it.
Every day is just the same thing, same thing. I know I feel no more, no gonna see. Every day is just the same thing, same thing. Them ya youth and emphasis, so we need more at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, the only way to done the war and strive. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, right? Stand up and fight for what is right. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive. Too much man go do this, too much man a die. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive. Inna them ya youth alive. So much time a waste, so much youth are developing a folly, forgetting where they're coming from. Every day is just the same thing, same thing. I know I feel no more, no gonna see. Every day is just the same thing, same thing. Them ya youth and emphasis, so we need more at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, the only way to done the war and strive. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, right? Stand up and fight for what is right. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive. Too much man go do this, too much man a die. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive. Inna them ya youth alive. So much time a waste, so much youth are developing a folly, forgetting where they're coming from. Them a dilly and a dally. Remembering the teachings of my old time Johnny. In everything remember the Almighty. Jah fear my weakness, I won't forget it. Don't need a me memory, I wanna retain it. Jah never leave us alone, no matter how it rough out the road. So we need more at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, the only way to done the war and strive. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, right? Stand up and fight for what is right. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, so much man a go down, too much man a die. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, inna them ya youth alive. Hey, we sick and tired of them ruleless bloody game. Little bit of love, we need some time, no need no pain. I know how to fight, come on a man a family. Why everywhere me go I be a death and tragedy. And why it seems so hard to make it to the top. When all doors are closed, me still not look back. Cause Jah move all minds away. Even when nothing up one just pray. So we need more at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, the only way to done the war and strive. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, rise, stand up for what is right. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, too much man a go down, too much youths a die. More at a love. Inna them ya youth alive, inna them ya youth alive. Hey, oh, ha. Babylon Halloween, Halloween, can't have me.
Babylon a Halloween, Halloween, can't Halloween. Halloween, Halloween, can't Halloween. Babylon a Halloween, Halloween, can't Halloween. Dress up like a lizard, them look like a wizard. Some try dress up like a monk, and still I look like a punk. Some dress up like a zombie, you must think you can rob with. Some dress up like a fake, they can't walk through Rasta gate. World becomes a Halloween, Halloween, can't Halloween. The world is an Halloween, Halloween, can't Halloween. Some things say them smart, but Rastafari won't get caught. Some say that they're great, they can't come through a gate. Checks the Rasta blind, you try to treat us unkind. Corruption you create, I instilling on the youth's their mind.
Yes. We are say from early, the youth crime thing is a serious problem. And we need to find solutions. No, we need to take care of our children. Taking care of them and being responsible for them is the key heart of the solution. But we have some people in the community that stands up and have stood up and need more recognition, more support with the feet and not with the mouth. We have a brother called Jack King in the Arsden. Set up a program, after school patrol, standing with our children. The after school patrol is people going around to schools and seeing the children them safely on their buses, train, and traveling safely to their homes. This brother, Jack King, and him dutiful brethren and sisters undertook this after the killing or the loss of life there Arsden early this year. And the group of people who are responsible and have responded to this, him said to me today that we're not exceeding 20 people because latter ones have listened to the call, felt the pain, and know the commiserations that family and friend and associates them go through. But now it's just him and him close brethren and sisters. And them still a deal with it because them going to expand themselves in a Peckham and various other communities that require such a start, because it's all about starting something, developing the thing as you go along. And this is about responsibility for lives, our children's lives. And them decide that they'll deal with the school patrol. So really what they're doing is making the street safe as much as them can. Them also said that when them first someone put them video out, them they on the street and them a interview one another and make people them know. Facebook get all 40,000 lick one time because people them see it as an essential necessity. But just like a showcase, the reaction and the response is not being in the kind. So, you see, this is how we have been. And that's why we are say here on World Jam Global that we are dealing with the reflection. Because if we look back at where we were and where our parents and the struggle that them been through to bring us to a position, to a point, we should not be ashamed and we should be more responsive in whatever we do as a people. But since we not deal with reflection and we are deal with things that far, far from our reality in a this time and other times and the time of the time of the time that pass away and now things that catch up come to bump. What may I say really? The history or history of our ancestors is very important. Yes, but everything has its place. And we have to tune out the things and time? No, it's called time and place. Everything has its time, its moment, and its place. And we're going through some serious, serious tragedies in this country. And we've been through enormous tragedies in this country. And it come like we deaf, dumb, and blind, and we not have no pain. And we wait for what? Mass destruction. Like the man said, they're looking for weapons of mass destruction. Is that what we're waiting for? So we are say from we begun, we look upon social sciences as development to bring institution in our midst so we can start taking care and taking full responsibility for ourselves, developing institutions that we can rely upon because it will rely upon us and it will shape the environments that we need. The environment. You see, me now run down the community again. Me say environment that we need. Now we are in a state where we have to try to save lives. We're in a situation, we're in a position where now we have to start trying to find ways of saving lives. Whose lives? Our children. Even ourselves. So what is it that is influencing our children? And what is it that is damning and not influencing us, or is influencing us, the parent? We have some serious, serious questions, and we need some serious answers. For the solution is us. This documentary thing here, they are speaking of gangs. But many of us know say it's not gang. It's not gang. It's groups of people them who want territory and want position and want funds and want all kind of things. So their consciousness is being shaped by not being given moral and ethical development. All of that is not going to be secured within an education institution. That comes from our culture. That comes from us, the responsible individuals. That comes from the home surrounding. That's where that comes from. We have to stop fooling ourselves and be more responsible. But you see, me not cut corner and go round bend and speak pidgin to make things clear. It upsets some people. But what is the greatest pain when you listen to those families, those parents, having to bury their children, and listen to a family who are witnessing the individuals who've taken her son's life, and how the state is dealing with the situation. See? So we don't have no real representation. No, it's a mockery because why? It's African on African. It's black on black. On Friday, when you hear the conclusion, you'll see why I've made such a statement. We find it necessary to reflect on this because management sent me the clip in the first instant. So, because of that, it is not to take it and make use of it and move on. We can't do that. Because the same situation is occurring every week in London and through our communities in this country. Some people are waiting for a broadsheet to tell you, say, X, Z, and Y is taking place or has taken place. This murdering, whether it's gun or knife, is endemic. It continues. It's only because me, myself, and World Jam Global and Things and Times who want to bring the social science and the reflection that we don't indulge in everything all over the place like scattershot. We can't do that either. But this subject matter here, management, give it to me. And because it's community and it's life, it's very important to all of us. So, those of you who know Jack King, that's the brethren name, his phone number, I'll give it to you, is 07507 7119090. Again, 07 507 119090. Him name Jack King. Him doing a beautiful job. It's something him say. And it's not a joking matter. And some of the main street that them a work, many of the man them I stand up in the bookie shop. I watch the TV screen, play machine, waiting for dog and horse results. When we play sound system, The DJ them call them bookie saps. Them employment is in the bookie shop. And they will never miss a beat. A sad thing. And this brethren here, it hurt him that there's so much a man them can stand up in that place, in them places there. Whilst they are seeking and calling them out to just give them even 45 minutes or 30 minutes of them time to help suffice and let the streets be peaceful among these teenagers when them leave the school and go on the bus and the train so them got a safe journey to them parents' home. And them asked me for say that. And me tell them, say, me know them something there. Me know people them go on. Them bookmaker people there. It's not the bookmaker, you know. It's we who decide that that's the best place for to go and congregate and take the change that we have. That we should have really got spend some time with the child that we have, or the children that we have. We have this notion that 1, 2, and 3 accumulator can work with the dogs and read in the farm of the horse and the jockey can give me a Yankee. Those kind of things, man. That's the reflection me bring. Because we still have them lawless people out there. And when them get slapped, them fully conscious. You see? So it's better to go with the penicillin or go with the prevention, because then you will need a cure.
One type of weather is of the person. One set of people that suffer. One type of weather is of the person. One set of people that suffer. Monday morning I come the youth them have to go to school, but I can't find the first time to buy them word cool.
Oh, Father God Almighty, well, everywhere we turn, some people gonna find way. We wonder where we do them, and the hell them no like we. But true, we a lie and make them dog, they not bite way. Yeah, you don't know. A World Jack Global Radio, the whole world want to know. Mikey General tell you so. If you want to get the best in reggae music, just tune in. Just tune in. Just tune in. Just tune in. Just tune in.
Oh, na na na. Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One type of weather is of the person. One set of people that suffer. One type of weather is of the person. One set of people that suffer. Monday morning I come the youth them have to go to school, but I can't find the first time to buy them word cool. Every day they tell we say things are go better. Work 9 to 5 still can't find bread and butter. Babylon have the system just a joke we like a daga. One type of weather is of the pressure. One set of people that suffer. One type of weather, one type of weather is of the pressure. One set of people are suffer. The people say them fed up, them say nothing like one. The system lick up all over the world, them a ball. The youth them get up and start kick up for some. They say the leaders of the world, they got no love, they got no share, they show no love at all, at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. No one type of weather, no one type of weather is of the pressure. One set of people that suffer. One type of weather, one type of weather is of the pressure. One set of people that suffer. Babylon, they wanna take it all. Don't care for the youths at all. Babylon, they too greedy, glutton. Babylon, they wanna take it all. Too much of one thing good for nothing. Now make the youth them fall at all. We got to rise and stand up tall. Now I have to see the youth say mix up on a ball. We want the youth to rise and hold their meditation, stand up tall in this. Hey, again, one type of weather, one type of weather is of the pressure. One set of people that suffer.
Oh, Father God Almighty, well, everywhere we turn, some people gonna find we. We wonder where we do them and the hell them not like we. But true, we a lie and make them dog, they not bite we. Yeah, you don't know. A world champ global radio, the whole world want to know. Mikey General tell you so.
That's the
if you
far
want
right.
to get the best in reggae music, just tune in. Just tune in.
Never go away, girl. I need you every day, girl. Answer me when I go. I won't change you for nothing at all. Cause you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. You make me wanna hold you. I say proud and bold you. Love you as I've told you. From my heart and deep down in my soul. I was like a broken chain. Girl, until you came. So long with you as I did. Show me what love is. Cause you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Like a flower, girl, you flourish. Take the best I can, properly nourish. The way you treat me, girl, I adore it. Things that make you up, you'll never ignore it. I'm your joy, baby, wow. And it's flowing so better now. I'm the deepest root. Baby girl, I love you, telling you the truth. The best thing in my life. Found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Never go away, girl. I need you every day, girl. Answer me when I go. I won't change you for nothing at all. Cause you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm liking your vibes. You make me wanna hold you. I say it proud and bold you. Love you as I've told you. From my heart and deep down in my soul. I was like a broken chain. Girl, until you came. So long with you as I did. Show me what love is. Cause you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm like in your eyes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm like in your vibe. Like a flower, girl, you flourish. Like the best I can, properly nourished. The way you treat the girl, I adore it. Things that make you have to never ignore it. I'm your joy, baby, wow. And it's flowing so better now. At the deepest root, baby girl, I love you, telling you the truth. The best thing in my life. Found you so interesting, I'm like your vibes. Baby, you're the best thing in my life. I found you so interesting, I'm like your vibes. Oh, Father God Almighty, well, everywhere we turn, some people gonna find we. We wonder where we do them and the hell them not like we. But true, we a lie and make them dog, they not bite we. Yeah, you don't know. A world Jack Global Radio, the whole world wants to know. Mikey General tell you so. If you want to get the best in reggae music, just tune in. Just tune in. Just tune in. Just tune in.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I used to be wise in this time. Don't be misled by your ego. Cause in this life, quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to rap. And some may say yes. Don't be misled by your ego. I've seen so many times just because they're egos. Oh, oh, oh. I feel stand up firm up in a Babylon. Can't follow the wicked and go do the wrong. Not show up on your bridging through your body van. And your money get big like Fimatalan. Because you tell they get to use them to know themselves. Stand up for something, proceed for your wealth. Pray to Master God and Him will improve yourself. The future is in your hands. I said, don't be misled by your ego. Cause I say in this life, quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to rap. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't be misled by your ego. I've seen so many times just because they're egos. Oh, 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 oh.
Every time the music plays and I get lost inside the sound waves, I listen to the words that the DJ say. I rock and sway. And late at night in my room, I turn up the radio to brighten my mood and let go of the worries that I had all day. I rock and sway, so rock and sway, just like we used to do back in the day. Rock and sway, so baby rock and sway with me. So turn up the bass, turn up the treble. Come and let me take you to a whole nother level. Come into the dance, everybody get together and rock and sway, rock and sway. Sometimes I just wanna ease my mind. I wanna remember when there was a time when that sweet reggae music would play and we rock and sway, rock and sway, rock and sway, just like we used to do back in the day.
Now stick up in there, make me show you a reasoning to make you get it clear what I'm meaning. If you wanna make a 10 out of 1, you have to turn your hand. Take your life within, trample frustration, use your master plan, and trample Babylon, yeah. Slick, slick, amen. I saw them coming, slick, slick, amen.
Dancehall All-Stars featuring Robbo Ranks, DJ Matt, Wireless Sound, DJ Happy, Natty Quick Mitchell, down there at the Gallery Club on the 29th of April 2017. All roads leads to the Margate Seafront for the Dancehall Extravaganza. The Dancehall All-Stars taking place at 14 Cecile Square, Margate, CT9 1BD. Be there. Be there.
Something
magical is going to grow. Hey, Melanated family, I want to ask you a question. You heard the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. It's about a young man whose mum sends him to market to sell a cow. Now, on the way, he meets a hustler. Slick man with a good story, and the man's got magic beans. So he tells Jack that the cow has little value, especially in comparison with the magic beans. Magic beans are amazing because when you plant them, something magical is going to grow. And he swaps the beans for the cow, which is tangible, which produces milk, meat, leather, the list goes on. And he goes home to his mum with the magic beans. And she says, Jack, how much did you get for the cow? And he says, I got something better than money, Mum. I got magic beans. Well, I'd like to make a comparison to the African Caribbean community and Jack. You see, for decades, we've been slogging our backs and giving our cows away for magic beans because we don't know the value of us. We don't know the value of the resources we have, and we give them away for nothing. I'll give you one. It doesn't even sound that tangible. Our votes. Our votes are like a cow that we give away for magic beans. In the States, Obama took great advantage of it. He was the best. That was a wonderful snake oil salesman. And he always needed more time. It's like the pastor in church. When you saw something that's not tangible, like hope, it's very hard to get a measurement of how well you're doing. What's the, what agency is it? Is it a private agency or a public agency that measures the outcomes of hope? Neither. Because you just swapped your cow for magic beans. So why are you being represented by people who don't carry your water? You vote for no reason. Now you've got great organizations like Operation Black Vote, but who do you vote for if you're not fielding any candidates? Now they say no taxation without representation. And that's exactly what we experience, taxation without representation. So no intelligent people do that. And then outside of not being represented by anybody and not having anything, as soon as we reach a critical mass of black consciousness, you'll see a rise of the right wing. And the right wing will encompass and target a lot of people with their prejudice. And because we've been struggling so long, I think what we've actually done is forget what we're struggling for. So then we want to fight for other people. On what basis? Representing what interest? And what stake are we going to have in the pie afterwards? Did anyone stop to think, what's in it for me? No. No composure. No strategy. Because we react. We're an emotional people and reactionary people, when what we need to do is the polar extreme. At this stage, we actually need to pause, we need to have composure, and we need to realize that African Caribbean consciousness globally has reached a critical mass, and that we are more connected than we've ever been. The Ethernet is fantastic for us. We share information in a nanosecond. When you saw the young man confiscate the knives from the children at a party, global, in an instant, and everyone commended him because that's a soldier in the community and he played his role. And I hope that more men see that and can play their role, but I hope it's only the correct men that will intercede, because it's not every type of man that can do that. It's not every type of man that can command that respect to take weapons away from young men. So I wouldn't want anyone to endanger themselves foolishly with a bravado because somebody put a battery on their back. But it's a time to compose ourselves, strategize, and think about what we want. Because when we know what we want, we'll execute what we want. So back to the question of taxation without representation. What the talented 10% in any other community have done is become philanthropists. So you have local business people and their children are all in one area, and they're very tight, and they have community centres. So what they decided to do was donate their tax money, because if you speak with your accountant, it's entirely possible to donate 100% of your taxable income to the charity or not-for-profit organisation of your choice. And they built community centres, libraries, churches, schools, an entire ecosystem for their community to benefit from, because they knew what they wanted. So you can look at them out of jealousy, but they did what they're supposed to do. And if you think that they've taken over a little niche in your area, then that's because you were wide asleep. There's no cure for sleeping duppy. You pass it on to the next generation. It never benefited you, it will never benefit them. So from the miseducation that you received, you put your children into the same miseducation system. You're surprised about why they act completely out of the nature of your people or what you'd want for your people when you send them to places like academies, which in my opinion are animal factories. You've got 1,000 children in a place where you have a turnover of teachers, where it's very hard for them to build up relationships with their teachers. At the best of times, young people are experiencing Lord of the Flies because there's no prevailing wisdom. And when you cram so many people in one building, it's not possible for them to get the individual attention that they need. So my advice would be, since we've reached this critical mass at this juncture of history, which has only come out of the brutality of our people, because that's the only thing that's made us come together. But because it's been going on for centuries, people aren't scared anymore. They're thinking. There are a lot more people that are conscious of the state of where they are, who they are, and what their power is. Yet still, we find ourselves operating in isolation, or we find ourselves operating on the social networks, and it doesn't really translate into real life. So we need real life solutions that are tangible. You look at all of these communities, like I said, you could look at the Asian community. They've done it in Brent, fantastic. They fielded candidates to local authority, which is where all the resources are. So then they draw down all of the ethnic minority resources. Some of those resources are ours. So we can do exactly the same, and they're not wrong. And you can look at the Eastern European community in Tottenham, and they've built libraries, community centres, schools where they educate their own children, and they're absolutely right. And there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. And they shop in their own businesses, and there's an ecosystem. So the consumers shop in the local businesses, the local business people donate their tax to their charitable organisations, which goes back into their libraries and institutions, their schools, and it's successful. And their people represent the thinking, their cultural thinking of their community. And everybody's duty is to observe, promote, and uphold their community. That's your responsibility, culturally. Now, that's why they can shut off all the traffic in Leicester Square for Chinese New Year, because they observe, promote, and uphold their culture. So now it's our turn. That's why we've reached this critical mass in history today. Not in the UK, but globally. So now we need to act on it. We need to act on it by our talented 10%, the philanthropist, donating 100% of their taxable income to our not-for-profit organisations to build strategically. So what those not-for-profit organisations and charities need to do is buy freehold buildings across every borough. All of the boroughs are selling their commercial properties right now, incidentally, as well. That's all 35 boroughs, commercial and residential properties. Now, if you had an organisation that decided they were going to set up a housing association, they should be buying residential properties to create affordable housing for African Caribbeans. We should be buying up commercial buildings to convert into schools to educate our children, so that they are proud African Caribbean people observing their culture, upholding their culture, and promoting their culture, not asking anybody's permission, with an African Caribbean curriculum. And we can do that. And we don't need to ask anybody's permission. So when an Operation Black Vote come around now, when there are local elections, we're fielding African Caribbean candidates so they can go to the candy factory and spread the resources for us as African Caribbeans. Nobody else. Because we're quick to be everybody else's secret service and want to jump in front of their bullets, just because we've been taking a beating so long. Pause, compose yourselves. Have a strategy. It's not a time to be reactionary, because everybody is coming towards one conclusion. We are by ourselves, we've been by ourselves, and whenever you see our consciousness reaching a critical mass, the right wing will jump right into play and they'll come to the forefront. And the minute they do that and start attacking other people, we want to jump in front of their bullets. Stop. You have your own children, your own families as African Caribbeans. If you were to sit down in the National Office of Statistics, you'd find yourself at the bottom of every measurable scale. You earn the lowest wages, you got the lowest employment, educationally the lowest, economically the lowest. So we need to clean up our own backyard, and everybody else needs to clean up their own backyard. Life is choice. So if we find, after all of the heinous acts that went on in the States that brought us to a critical mass, by observing the brutality and the fact that we need to do something about it, because our consciousness and realizing each other has only come out of pain. And it didn't happen when we were realizing those kind of deaths in the UK. You can watch a documentary about deaths in police custody of healthy African Caribbean people. So we find ourselves, after a lot of pain, coming to a conclusion. We are by ourselves. This happened to the Eastern European community after the Second World War. So they decided to organize in a particular way, which was genius. Your talented 10% represent the 90% that need their help. There shouldn't be any brain drain from the African Caribbean community towards white corporations and institutions. White institutions were developed from philanthropist vision. We need to start thinking for the next 100 years for African Caribbean great-great-grandchildren to be fine. My thinking is selfish. I think for me, my family, my son, for my sister's children. But that translates to all of our children. And if one of our children isn't fine, none of our children will be fine. Because you can raise your child to be amazing, and then there's that one that you didn't think about, and that's the one that will stab your child. That's the one who's a victim, who's walking around helpless, because we don't think they have value. We need to develop a codes of conduct. Touch one, touch all. We're all important, and we need to start advocating for us. Nobody else's issues matter. What's in it for me?
What a journey it has been. I'm excited to be sharing this with you, the story of a remarkable dyslexic individual. Hello, my name is Sandra. Let me ask you a question. Is dyslexia really no longer a taboo that can be discussed? Well, I'll give you until the end of the book, Dyslexic, The Silent Difference, to answer that question. The book is available online as a digital copy, and by popular demand, we are releasing the paperback copy on the 17th of the 4th, 17. That's the 17th of the 4th, 17. Thank you very much in advance for taking the trouble to support.
It's estimated that on average, a woman is assaulted 35 times before calling police. When they do, it can be one person's word against another. If you know that someone is suffering, pass information anonymously to the independent charity Crime Stoppers. It may help a prosecution. Call 0800 555 111 or go to crimestoppers-uk.org. Domestic violence is a crime. Put a stop to it with Crime Stoppers.
If you know someone involved in a crime, but you don't want to tell the police, call Crime Stoppers anonymously on 0800 555 111. We're not the police. We won't take your name, and we can't trace your call. Don't leave it to luck. Crime Stoppers. Stopping criminals, stopping crime.
Dancehall All-Stars featuring Robbo Ranks, DJ Matt, Wireless Sound, DJ Happy, Natty Quick Mitchell, down there at the Gallery Club on the 29th of April 2017. All roads leads to the Margate Seafront for the Dancehall Extravaganza. The Dancehall All-Stars taking place at 14 Cecile Square, Margate, CT9 1BD. Be there, be there.
And seen the multitude. He said he went up into a mountain. Said after when he was sending in, the disciples came unto him. And then he opened his mouth and he taught them, say,
strange things are happening. What a peaceful sight. Brothers, stop fighting, brothers. Just show it some love and unity. Black sisters can't get no money, and whoa, it sure ain't funny. That's why I say, Jah judgment I go dread. Who can't stand it I go dead. Earth I go run red. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Some strange things are happening. What a funny sight. The police them stop raid and crown and knock come and start play. Ain't no money, no hustling. When you think it's peace and safety, a sudden destruction. That's why I say the famine I go dread. Just stand it I go dead. Earth I go run red. What the hell is going on? Yes, I and I just can't understand what the hell is going on. Only Jah people know what. Some strange things are happening. What a peaceful sight. Brothers, stop fighting, brothers. Just show it some love and unity. Still black sisters can't get no money, and whoa, it sure ain't funny. That's why I say, Jah judgment I go dread. Can't stand it I go dead. Earth I go run red. What the hell is going on? Yes, I and I just can't understand what the hell is going on. Only Jah people know what. Says strange things are happening. What a funny sight. Police them stop raid and crown and come on a play. Ain't no money, no hustling. When you think it's peace and safety, it could be sudden destruction. That's why I say the famine I go dread. Can't stand it I go dead. Earth I go run red. What a peaceful sight.
Rastafari, no, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Anything we do, them say we're wrong. Hey, yeah. Everything we do, them say we're wrong. Is it because we call upon your name? Them say we're wrong. Is it because we call upon your name? Them say we're wrong. Say we're wrong. Just because we pray to the Almighty. Oh yes. Say He's the only one who can make us free. From your mental, physical slavery, He can make you free. Yeah. See now, all I do is to praise His name, for I know His love remains the same, and I won't take His name in vain. No, no. Everything we do, them say we're wrong. Hey. Everything we do, them say we're wrong. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, if you burn a little herb, them say we're wrong. If you keep a little dust, them say we're wrong. Oh no. If we pray to Jehovah, them say we're wrong. Oh no. If we pray to the Father, them say we're wrong. Yeah, look at that. Say everything we do, them say we're wrong. Oh no, no, no. Everything we do, them say we're wrong. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. How long must you tell we that we're wrong? No, no. How long must you tell I that we're wrong? Yes, you should know we are the chosen ones from creation. Yes, creation, yeah. So unu can galang. Yes, unu can galang. Anything we do, them say we're wrong. Hey, anything we do, them say we're wrong. Oh no, no. Say anything we do, them say we're wrong. Oh no, no. Anything we do, them say we're wrong. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, man. In football in this country, in North London, we had Larry Cunningham. Same district, we had Raphael Mead. We had Paul Davis. We had Cyril Regis. We had Clyde Bess. We had no footballer. We had Vivian Anderson. All of these men, them except Vivian, captain, Paul Davis, captain. You understand? Football. We got Arsenal, North London, man. We had Brendan Baxon. Never clean boots. Them play football. We had a team that all of them man they recognize. Started with Larry Cunningham, called the Continentals. The West Indian Continentals football, man. And we did that in the 60s and bring it through to the 70s. It's unfortunately we don't have a premiership team, just like we don't have a bank, just like we don't have a school, just like we don't have a college, just like we don't have supermarkets. You understand? There's so many things, man. Reflection brings it all to the surface. We go to West Ham, where Clyde Best used to play on racialism, did I go on in England. We go to Manchester, not for we live there. Even though they're called the Red Devils, we live there. We born there, and we grew up there. Only place we never go is Liverpool. You understand? But it's cricket we dealt with. Netball we dealt with. And then little more, we built basketball. And we had Bob Marley Sports Day. We go to Birmingham and organize the Caribbean Sports Celebration every year. Every team from every district, everybody, football, cricket, basketball, netball, to keep our communities active. So there's a big celebration every year. In the North London, we started the Bob Marley Sports Celebration. You understand? So it's enough things reflection has bring, will bring, and will continue to bring. Larry Cunningham, Keith Cunningham, Sir Lord Power, that youth they represent we in North London, in London. Beautiful person, skillful football player. The one of the first British ones them in Europe. Look him up, man. Larry Cunningham, football, cricket. Come on, man. And my father's favorite artist is Freddie Mackay, late, great.
When we were young and gay, we lived our life through the lights of today. What do young folks say? What will they do when all of your life they almost live through? Do they mourn? Do they cry? Do they ask the reason why? Oh, to be old and gray, nobody wants to be that way. Do they mourn? Do they cry? Do they ask the reason why? Oh, to be old and gray, nobody wants to be that way. What does a job to give to me? Nothing but the ears white as snow. What do young folks say, you know? Whoa, what will they do? Do they mourn? Do they cry? Do they ask the reason why? Oh, to be old and gray, nobody wants to be that way. Do they mourn? Do they cry? Do they ask the reason why? Oh, to be old and gray, nobody wants to be that way. What do we young folks say? What will they do when all of their life they almost live through? Do they mourn? Do they cry? Do they ask the reason why? Oh, to be old and gray, nobody wants to be the way. Of today, what do we young folks say? What we
Oh, Jah, hear my supplication. Do Jah, hear my supplication. But I see Jah, oh Jah, more than one situation in this Baba. Stretch out your mighty hand, Jah, oh Jah. More than one situation in this Babylon. Stretch out your mighty hand. So look down here in this concrete jungle. Segregation in this your time. So Jah, when you hear my supplication, oh Lord, I know you know it comes from deep in the heart. You know I see Jah, oh Jah. More than one situation in this Baba. Stretch out your mighty hand, Jah, oh Jah. I see more than one situation in this Babylon. Stretch out your mighty hand, yeah, oh Jah. Ooh, oh Jah. You people who know the right but do it wrong. Say Jah is the mighty eye, He's watching every time. So when you think you're doing what you're doing and no one can see, there is somebody who the unseen. Oh Jah knows I see Jah, oh Jah. More than one situation in this Baba. Stretch out your mighty hand, yes, Jah, oh Jah. More than one situation in this Baba. Oh no. Oh Jah.
Special request goes out to Stuart Newington Massive, Hackney Massive, Top Non Massive. Listen.
about the cat, you told me of the rat. Asked you of the hills, and you told me of the valley. Yes, Mr. Lord. You walk down the street and chat with everyone you know. Yes, Mr. Lord. Always bragging boast and pretend you know the most. Yes, Mr. Lord. Sooner or later I know a day will come when your own mind's gonna let you down. What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna say. No one at all listen to the words you say. What you gonna do when no one will hear to you? Mr. No One, Mr. No One. Asked you about the gleaner, you told me of the star. Yet you carry news where the new will far. I asked you about the bus, and you told me of the car. I know, yes I know, that the day will come. No one at all will listen to you. Oh. What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna do. No one will listen to you. Oh, Mr. No One, you don't know nothing at all.
World Jam Global. World Jam Global, man. We're still with you. Yes, so what we are say this now. He who fears to weep should learn to be kind to those who weep. He who fears to weep should learn to be kind to those who weep. The greatest truth is honesty, and the greatest falsehood is dishonesty. Patience and confidence. With regards to patience and confidence, patience is half of faith, and confidence is full faith. Honesty, the greatest truth. Honesty, the greatest truth. If anyone seeks your advice, offer right, sincere advice. If anyone seeks your advice, offer right, sincere advice. He who is not impressed by sound advice lacks faith. So we are see them things here because so we grow. And we are see them things here because my faith have those dictates. And we are see them things there because we find say it makes man and man, woman and woman, family, balance. Because you have nothing to really exalt oneself in. Because everybody wants to be what? Dutiful to each other. Everyone want respect. And everyone deserve respect. But you have to earn respect. You see? And confidence is something that we need to assure the children them. develop confidence within them about who they are, where they come from, and what values the family that they come from has and retain. These are valuable African culture understanding. These are the ingredients. It's all right speaking of something they don't have the ingredients. I can't understand someone talk about making a bread or something and they don't have ingredients, right? And none of us that are African, Caribbean, or African did not grow up without them understandings. You understand? Because so we parents them teach we. Our grandparents them especially. You have to have ingredients. You talk culture without no ingredients. And you're not deliver, or we are not delivering that kind of moral ingredients to our children. And then we expect certain things to happen. Stop it.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we'll know that there's always tomorrow.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have faith. You need to
Mr. Best, World Jam Global, man. So we'll leave you. I want you to remember, park the phone inside your pocket, because texting, receiving the call, you can endanger yourself and other people's lives. Similarly, the state says £250 fine and 6 points on your license. If we take caution, none of those things would affect us. Watch out for the world, because disturbances are going. So Friday may I play D Brown again. Give thanks, guidance and protection to each and every one. And don't forget, you have to support Jack King. Guidance. Assalamu alaikum.
On me, brother, when you need a hand, we all need somebody